I'm here with Nicole Ryan-Batz. Nicole is the Payment and Fraud Strategy Product Specialist at UBS, and she has more than 20 years of experience in banking and financial services. At UBS, Nicole is a member of the Banking Fraud Management team. She wrote fraud prevention monitoring procedures that outline the process of how fraud anomalies are detected and reported to various stakeholders. She creates various SQL SaaS queries for daily fraud monitoring. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, how did you get started in fraud fighting and why have you stayed in this profession?
This is a great question. So just to give you a little bit of background, originally I went to school with the hopes of becoming an attorney.
Okay.
That did not pan out. So my first job in banking was a teller, and I wanted to kind of branch out of that. I remember at the time I was with Wachovia, and there was a role open for, I think it was like an online banking fraud specialist. And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, that sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't get it. But once I left that role, I was able to get onto the fraud team at Bank of America. Where there I spent over 10 years. And that's how I stayed in fraud. So I've held various roles at Bank of America. And then, of course, I came to UBS. Well, I've obviously stayed in this industry because I just love fighting the bad guys.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
My core kind of focus is the client.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely.
And making sure that we're doing all that we can to protect that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. And how are you thinking about using AI or LLMs in your fraud prevention strategy?
Yeah, so I was speaking more to the AI without going into too much detail.
Sure.
With the systems we're using to detect anomalies, I would really rely on using that. You can throw in there maybe some machine learning as well to
Nice.
get like the behavior of our clients. To say so where there's something that seems out of pattern.
Suspicious.
So that's top of mind for me.
And I hear that from a lot of fraud fighters that they're thinking about AI specifically for pattern recognition and anomaly detection. So I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Okay, and then what are some challenges you faced as a woman in fraud, and what advice do you have for other women in fraud?
Make sure you use your voice.
Love
Speak
that.
up. Like, really speak up. That was one thing I struggled with, especially when I was a little more junior in my career. I think I was afraid of always raising my hand because I didn't want to seem pushy, especially I know I can be.
That's the same.
I can be. But that would be one thing I would give advice to, especially other women who are starting out. And use your voice and speak up.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure.